Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayflight SLX 264BH travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, the only thing I really want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Go right to your tires, and just above them is going to be your power and water connections. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsites. Once we arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing you're going to do is level our unit. And the unit does come with a power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply lower or raise the unit until you're level. Now should you lose power, under this rubber stopper, this thinner of the two hand cranks you've got, fit onto a bolt down in there and get this up and down without power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Once we've got our unit level, next thing we'll do is stabilize it. All four corners of your unit got these scissor stabilizing jacks, pretty low to the ground so they'll come down quick. You can use an impact driver or a drill gun, but you're low enough that you can just crank these down. Now I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot blacktop in the summer. Put them down there. Run these down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We're just trying to stabilize it. Get all four of them down. Got your unit level and stable. You can hook up your power and water. Heading back over to the off camp side. Big long 30 amp cord actually stores inside your unit. So just store it back in there, pull it back out when you need it. At the end of that, should you need to plug into a 110, there'll be a 30 to 15 amp reducer in your convenience pack. Got your power plugged up. Let's hook up your water. Now at campsites, you're going to hook up the city water connection. First and foremost, a water pressure regulator. One that comes in your convenience pack is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located over on the campsite toward the back. Now what we're doing now is making sure our drain plug's back in there. Get that in there nice and snug, then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. If that hose has been on for a few minutes, go inside, open up all of your water taps, your sinks, your showers, get a nice steady flow of water going through those, and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank over here on the off camp side as well. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You can gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that while you're filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, remove that hose. Then whenever you want to utilize that water, you go turn on your water pump. Do not turn on your water pump and hook to the city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, you're all set to camp with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of this unit. Continuing on your off camp side with your pass-through storage area. It's accessible from under your bed, so make sure that you lock these at night or day. Flue for your furnace, a few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, it says hot 4 times for a reason. When you're running these get hot. And they also sell bug guards you can put over those, keep bugs from nested in there. Underneath your fresh water is usually going to be your freshwater drain. That's this low point drain. There's a vent for your hood range indoors. City water connection again, our power, outdoor shower, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. And there's our main low point drains, red and blue there. Here's where you plug the cable up at the campsites. You got a cover on this, keep it on there. That keeps your spare tire from dry rotting out. You've got a ladder, utilize it several times a year. Go up there and walk on that roof. That is a Magnum Truss Series, completely walkable. Check all the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You're also prepped for a backup camera device you can purchase that'll put a backup camera on this for you. Awning should come in the rain, but if you want to leave it out in a sprinkle, go ahead and pull down on this and it'll run all the rainwater this way. You can do that from either end. Again, our hot water heater. Just outdoor storage, big storage area. Can bring a TV outside, mount it here. 110 and cable here. Not much more out here. There's your hitch work. Your propane does come with a cover. Put on your regulator, just point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. Green means you've got gas. When that turns red, you're out of gas. So it covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of emergency. Right next to that is going to be your carbon monoxide and propane detector. That is 12 volt. That's always running off your battery. Coming up the wall here, you've got our interior and exterior lighting, and an awning control. On your awning, that's as far as you want to run that out. When you can see your bar and that flap has fallen down to 90 degrees, that's as far as you want to go. If you were to continue to hit extend, that would extend out onto itself, flip up onto itself, and start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you're running out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. I'll finish bringing that in here shortly. I'll tell you these doors work best when just gently slammed. Got a little sofa here that will jackknife. Lift that back up. Pull it towards you. There's one sleeping quarters there. Coming in the kitchen here. I'm going to show you your brand new battery, fresh black and gray tanks. That's where you check those. Here's where you turn on your water pump. Here's where you turn on your water heater. If hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric. Down here you've got a 110 with GFCI reset. So I mentioned on your sink. Here in the bathroom, keep an eye on your plumbing. There's your PEX plumbing back there, access to all of that. So keep an eye on it. If you travel a lot, if you're bouncing a house up and down the road, just make sure that nothing has wiggled loose over time. Working microwave, light, and fan above your cooktop. These glass tops make an excellent backsplash. We're going to turn on our panel light over here. Turn that to the flame. Turn it to the flame. Turn it to the flame. Turn these to the flames and that'll get it where you want, and you can turn them up and down. Same thing on the oven. Open this up. Turn that to the flame. Hit the spark down here. That'll light your pilot light. And then you can usually look on the metal there and see the reflection of it lit. Make sure it's lit before you turn it to the desired temperature you want. If you rock that panel light down, it becomes an oven light. No cold fridges are pretty easy to use. Turn it on to the left here. So whatever is blue is what we're controlling. So here it would be the freezer. Over here it would be the fridge. Got the freezer on 5. The fridge is on 4. It's about where you want it. This last one's in night mode. It's just telling the fridge that, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing it as much, so save me some power. And it does so. Open these all up on the right side. Bunk lights and charging ports here. There's the AC, when that's on, that'll blast up in here as well. Same thing here, you got a charging port 110 below there. Window on that one. You can lift your bottom bunk up to that storage from outdoors. Again, that's the reason to keep your outdoor storage locked up. More plumbing to take care of. Keep an eye on it. You do have a hand crank open and a hand crank close. Power exhaust vent here in the bathroom. There's your lighting there. There's your access panel to your plumbing under your tub there. Excuse me. Drawing a blank. Alright. Coming back out, we've got a table that will lift up. Those legs will remove. Put that table on these wooden strips here. Put your back cushions on top. That'll give you another sleeping quarters. Above the dinette, we've got our smoke alarm. Here's where you can put a TV. There's your mount right there. Plug your TV in here. Make sure that green light is on. That's your antenna. Down below that, your sound system. AM, FM, Bluetooth. Indoor and outdoor speakers. Turn them both off or both on. Let's find the station. There we go. You hear those working? Mute that. AM, FM, disc, TV audio, and Bluetooth. Nice sound system. Continuing out, going back into our bedroom. Just want to mention in here, here's where you're prepped for your TV. Down here is where you're prepped for solar. If you ever decide to get a solar panel on this, leave that template on there. That shows the text where it's pre-wired. Emergency exit window here. And hydraulics will hold your bed up for that front storage. Alright, if we're getting ready to leave the campsite, we'll start shutting off lights. I do want to mention also this door here. You want to make sure that this is snapped open for travel, your bedroom door. Here's the switch for that blue lights up top. All this lighting in here is one touch. So come to my control panel, shut off my lights, and then walk through the unit and shut off any accent lights. I know I've shut off the bathroom, close the vent. Come back to the control panel, turn on my indoor lights. And say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers and windows are closed. Everything's battened down for travel. And let's exit the unit. Now the biggest thing on these steps, you want to have this door all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Your feet are also adjustable. We press in on these and that'll move your legs. Alright, before you leave the campsite or dump station, you're going to lock, deadbolt, lift and turn that handle. That's how you want that handle for travel. Alright, if we are out dry camping, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. Come over underneath our freshwater and dump our freshwater drain. And head on home or the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we're going to bring up those stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. And at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's behind your tires and the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. That 10-foot hose, hook that up and pull your black holding tank. That's going to be your sewage. When it sounds like it's no longer draining, go look inside. Check the level of your black tank. If it looks empty or close to it, come back out here. Leave that handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, and hook up to this tank flush valve. Again, emphasizing leaving that black handle open. Turn on that hose and let it run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. Then close that black and pull your gray. Usually while my grays are draining, I'll go ahead and dump my low point drains. And also, if I'm not going to be camping for a while, you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come around here, Most importantly, first pull up on your pressure release valve. Then you can go ahead and take that cap off down there. Get rid of your residual hot water. When your grays are done, close that up, take that sewage hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayflight for many years to come. Happy camping.